We have just arrived in our beautiful hotel here in Boston, Massachusetts. We are staying at the Godfrey Hotel, and I don't feel it would be right starting off a whole series of a vacation without doing a full room tour. I just got checked in. There is gonna be 4 of us staying in here, so we have no kids, but I wanted to give you guys a good little perspective of what it's gonna be like for 4 moms, 4 adults to be staying here for 2 nights before we move on to our stay in Salem, Massachusetts. Link down below will be our information on the resort, places we eat, any links, outfits of the day will always be linked in that comment box and that info box down below. But let's get started with this really cool room because it is beautiful. Very clean. We did take an Uber or a Lyft over here from the airport. It is very centrally located. We are steps away from Boston Common. Just think it's a beautiful, beautiful place to stay already, and we just set foot in the door. So let me stop talking and I'll turn the camera on and give you guys a full room tour. So at time of filming, it is 4 o'clock or so, 4:30, and it is a little bit of a gloomier day, so it's gonna be a little darker in here, but it's a very like vibey room. It's very, very, very beautiful. And as much as we're in the city, these rooms are actually a very nice size. So when you first walk in, you're gonna see the entrance to the bathroom and then our front door. For reference, we are room 810 on the 8th floor. And also too, this building is very secure. So know that at all times, if you're wanting to use the elevator, you are gonna need to use your room key. And have this really nice privacy sliding door. It's very, very nice. We'll start in the bathroom. The bathroom has a ton of really cool features. For one, when you come in, it's kind of motion censored and that little blue light comes on. There's lots of counter space, lots of storage down below. Even for 1 or 2 people getting ready in here, I do feel for city life, this is very, very spacious. And then also a stand-up shower. It really has nice features in that in here. It has like a nice rolled towel mat in here, has tons and tons of linens. And then also too, I see a shampoo, conditioner, and body wash in there as well. And then also when you come out the door, there is a full length mirror. I am loving this room already, you guys. It has all the little things that I love. It has a really nice desk, which I will be utilizing, as you guys know. It has table lamps. It has a coffee maker. Also too, with this resort or this hotel, they did say that there's complimentary snacks and waters that we can just use at any point in time. So I'm already seeing 2 of the water bottles here, and then I see some snacks in there. You guys, I will be rating that, especially since it's already within the cost of the room. Having little touches like that, I feel are so great. The chair I actually sat down in already. It was very, very comfortable. There is gonna be some storage in here. It has some really nice robes. It has your hotel slippers, your resort slippers. It has an iron, a laundry bag. It does have a safe on top, and then also an ironing rack, along with these really nice soft closure doors. You guys know the little inside joke of the non-slam versus soft closure. Has really, really nice space in here. I will say, considering how we have 4 full suitcases plus like a backpack or a carry-on bag, I don't see a ton of space of where we can physically put that away, but there is enough room to where I think we can set our bags out and they will be away and we're not tripping over them. This does have 2 queen size beds. I can already tell from just like the padding and the linens, it is very, very nice. Very, very nice. I'll let you guys know how we sleep tomorrow. It has really nice table lamps that you can turn on and off individually. I love the colors in here. It's so warm and inviting, but being in this big city, it's beautiful. It has a little bit more storage over here, which I can show you guys. It's just a big open drawer. Has a notepad, your phone, remote, and then also too, is this a charging pad? This is a fast charger charging pad, so that's a really cool feature. Again, bedside lights are able to be turned on and off by themselves. I would say this TV is probably at least a 55-inch, if not a 60-inch at minimum. I'm always a little off with sizes, but I'd rather tell you a smaller size than a bigger size. I'll show you guys a little bit of the assortments for snacks. We have Oreos, cookies, we have cranberries. There's so many great options here, and they did not chintz. They brought the goods for sure. Has another little hook here. This is a great place to set your suitcase in that. and then a chair to look outside. I have not peeked at our view yet, so I will show you that. And then I also see a cooler. I would say this is definitely cooler because we've learned with coolers, it has a clear door instead of a fridge. It will be completely solid. And there's a nice area here. I am gonna scoot this out of the way so I can kind of see. We are on the 8th floor, so we are kind of high, but it's really nice. So we're looking directly out of where we came in. So the front door is actually straight down here. There's, I believe, a theater that's gonna be off to the side. You'll probably be able to see the lights and that when we go out, and I can show you that later on, but that's gonna be right over here. Very centrally located, but seeing some of these older buildings too are really, really nice. This is very much a city view, standard city view. But it is very clean in here. It is very spacious. I am very surprised at how well for the price point this hotel was, especially for our 2 nights. It is really, really nice. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. So we're officially pretty much unsettled. We're really enjoying the room so far. I don't know if you guys can see. I purposefully wanted to start filming so you guys could see like some of the big suitcases out, so you know, a party of 4, how comfortable in a city room like this, how it feels. I think it feels fine. It's not something that I feel like we're gonna leave all of our suitcases and all of our stuff open all the time, but very, very comfortable. So even if you're here multiple nights, I would still definitely recommend so far. You guys know, follow through with all of the videos. I will link the whole playlist down below as they come out, but so far, very, very, very pleased with it. I think we're gonna go ahead and go and grab a lift to head over to Little Italy. We are gonna go to Regina's Pizza for dinner. I tried talking to some of the people at the hotel, and then definitely like the Lyft drivers. That's always like my go-to, because then it gives you something to talk about. So it's not just awkward and you're not like being rude, and if they wanna talk to you, and I'm very social, so you guys know this with me. So I always try and take the time to get their perspective of what they think. He gave me some definitely recommendations. He gave us recommendations of places that we definitely have on our list, so I will share those along the way in these videos as well. But I think we're definitely gonna go and take a lift over there. We do have to go under the freeway. I believe it's closer to the water. There's a ton of locations for this restaurant. It's very well known, very highly recommended, and it's just a very casual pizza Italian place. Also too, we can kind of explore Little Italy and that side of town a little bit more, because on our other days here, we're kind of choosing to spend our time in other ways, kind of use it in different areas of the city. So this is a great place for us to go and kind of check everything out. So I'll let you guys know once we get there, but we're just gonna finish up getting ready and then jump in a car, head over to Little Italy. I'll try and get as much B-roll and some vibiness of the city for you guys, for you to enjoy at home. But so far, gosh, like the whole day is just going so well. We had a beautiful plane, a beautiful brand new plane. I think I said this in a different video, we are ripe, a hurricane is about to hit Florida. So for us coming from South Texas, the Houston area, and then kind of crossing over and then going up north to the Massachusetts area, it was definitely turbulent. It was very, very rough. I am someone that I already get a little motion sick and claustrophobic. I definitely felt it. I did take a Dramamine or a Bonine right before. I am someone that medicine kind of tends to go right through me. So about halfway through, when we were still feeling these bands from the storm kind of coming inland, I definitely felt it. So just a little tip, always make sure, you know, you're watching not just the weather in your state and the state that you're going to, but kind of in that whole area where you could potentially fly over, because all of that very much impacts your time and your flights. But amazing service. You guys know I love Spirit Airlines. The plane was not even all the way full. It was just awesome. I've flown United recently and I absolutely hated it. It was zero air conditioning. It was very warm. It was so packed. Everything felt tighter. We actually felt that we had more legroom on this room than a lot of other United planes. So just kind of keep that as a note. I know legroom is a big deal for Spirit Airlines. A lot of people talk about that. I think we actually had way more space. The girls kind of agreed as well. So I'll stop being so chatty. Let's head to dinner. Let's start exploring the city a little bit, grab a car over there and get a really good dinner.
The coolest place by far. It's going to be really loud in here, so I hope you guys can hear me because I don't have my external mic on. But the food is very good. I don't normally talk about a crust on a pizza or the sauce, but it is extremely good. I got a very unique pizza. It's a white sauce. It has ham, spinach, pineapple, fresh basil. It all tastes so unbelievably fresh. The cheese pull on these pizzas are just amazing. We all got a 10-inch personal pizza because we wanted to try something very different. Also, too, I got a Coke. This is the small, and it is very crispy and very good. Such a cool place. We waited less than 10 minutes to get in. Just note when you guys come here that you go ahead and just stand in line. There's typically going to be someone already waiting at the door. You don't have to come inside, put your name in. They'll come out when there's actually a table available for you. So that is something that we learned. Definitely know that for reference when you come here. It is worth the wait. It goes very quick. It's very small in size, but it is really, really good.
Okay, we're gonna be on the phone for a little bit because it's gonna be bumpy and it is very low lighting, so the phone always does best for that. Pizza was absolutely fantastic. We all said it was the best pizza we probably ever had in our lives. I really, really enjoyed it. We are gonna head to Modern Pizza, or to Modern Pastries, or Modern Bakery, something like that. It's a cannoli place. They have the wedding cookies, very Italian bakery, very, very good. I was really holding back to not finish my entire pizza because it was so good, but I really wanted to make room for dessert. So we're gonna head there now. I got a caramel hot latte. This is a traditional cannoli. This is a pistachio. This is, I'm thinking similar to a Trollhorn at Disney, but it's got more cream in it instead of like a whipped cream. I think it's going to be creamier. And then a key lime pie, and then chocolate chip cookie. Leslie said the chocolate chip cookie is really good. Okay, this is the traditional cannoli. Wow, that is so creamy and good. That, I love that. They're perfect. So good, you guys. I am not a huge pistachio person, but that combination is so good. It is very light and airy. They're not crazy heavy. Most cannolis I've had, they've been chilled too long. You can tell they were made days ago. This tastes extremely fresh. I'm gonna go ahead and try the French horn. Let's see if we can bite into this a little bit. It's been dipped in chocolate here on the end, and then it's got like full powdered sugar on the top. Very good. This is rich. Very different, very rich, but very
very good. The cream filling, again, very light. It feels colder, but very, very good.
Well, that was absolutely fantastic, but we are all rolling around so full because everything we ate tonight was above and beyond anything we've ever had. I know they always say Boston is one of the best places in the country to get food, but man, they were not joking. That pizza, there was literally nothing like that pizza. I've never had so much flavor and dough. It was so good. And this is coming from a girl who worked all through high school and college at a pizza shop in a very competitive pizza town. So if you guys ever go to Northfield, you guys know there's a whole Greek family and all the history that comes with this beautiful college town, and we have pizza restaurants. This is very different. This is authentic Italian, where those are more Greek family restaurants, but this was so good. It was absolutely amazing. I also too would have loved to have just done a basic cheese pizza. There was like a fromage, which I think is like a 4 cheese pizza. I tried to stay away from that because that's typically my go-to, and I wanted to get something completely out of my box, and it definitely was. I feel all of our food that we got tonight was definitely not the norm that we would pick, but it was absolutely fantastic. We got back a little bit earlier. It's just after 8 o'clock. I will also recommend too, if you guys are not watch people, you guys always look at your phones for times, having a watch has been a saving grace, trying to like keep track of time and kind of be planning out our day and seeing what's going to work best for us. I would recommend my little $12 watch from Walmart because I absolutely love it, and it looks just like a Rolex. It's adorable. I love it. But I think we're gonna have a quiet little chill night in for the rest of the night. We did have a longer travel day. It was, like I said earlier, a little bit of a bumpy ride. So I think having an earlier night tonight would just be more comforting, really set us up for the marathon that we're about to run. Tomorrow is gonna be a really good day. We keep watching the weather. I think it's up to like what, 70% chance now rain, something like that. Yeah, so it's like 70% chance of rain tomorrow. When I was looking at it earlier in the week, it looked like the weather was going to be, or the rain was going to be majority in the morning before we would have our cup of coffee. Now it's kind of moved on to later in the day. When that happens, I typically will see it kind of move later and later and later, or we just have storms all day. Either way, we are completely prepared. If you guys have not seen my pack and prep video, I will link that video down below, and I'll show you some of my goodies tomorrow that I also got that we did in preparation that will help us keep going on with our day and not have the rain affect it too much. So I think, like I said, we're gonna have an earlier night in, definitely relax a little bit, and then tomorrow is gonna be a beautiful, full Boston day. We have a ton of really good food tomorrow. We have our seafood tastings in that tomorrow. We are walking around the city, we are exploring, we are gonna have a history-filled day. And then we have another day here in Boston, and then we go over to Salem. So, or a half a day before we go over to Salem. So it's gonna be super fun. So if you guys are not, regulars here on this channel, I would definitely encourage you to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified every time these videos come out. I would greatly appreciate it. But I will let you guys go for the night, share more tomorrow, and I will see you in the morning. Bye, guys. Good morning, you guys. I hope you guys are having such a great day. We have a full Boston day planned today, and I am so excited. I think we're gonna be starting off with coffee and breakfast at Tate. Tate seems to be quite highly recommended in these areas. There's tons of locations. I think just around our hotel alone, there was like 4 or 5 locations. I think we're gonna go to the one closer to Boston Common because we're gonna walk through Boston Common this morning with our coffee. Tell me that is not the vibiest thing to do in the city. But then also too, our first pickup spot for the trolley is gonna be just across the park. So that's perfect. I did notice that I thought that their brunch was every day. Their brunch is, I believe, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right, girls? Okay, so brunch is only Friday, Saturday, not Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that was something, but their menus looked very, very similar. I will definitely say I am very thankful for that it's so close, but also too, in our hotel, there is a really good coffee shop, little bar. There's different food and stuff here. Even having the snacks in that was super, super helpful. So I'm not gonna chat your ear off too much today, but I'm gonna go ahead jump outside, see how the weather is. It is going to be raining today, definitely towards the later part of the day. So we all have our rain jackets on. I've changed my outfit a little bit to have like more weather friendly shoes, but I'm hoping it doesn't interrupt us too much. We are also going to have lunch at Quincy Market, which I was hoping that's when the rain was going to hit because I'm anticipating us to be in there for a couple hours, but it's going to be super fun. I'm super excited. I'm really excited for the food and the clam chowder and the lobster rolls today. It's going to be a really fun experience. Good breakfast. I was really hesitant on trying the shakshuka, but it has been something that I've been really wanting to try for a very long time, and it was so good. So good. If you like Italian flavor, if you like a little bit of like flavor and seasonings and spice, I would definitely try it. It is different with the egg, but the egg just kind of melts right in, and it's more of a like a soft boiled egg. It's very, very, very good. It's very good. I love the flavor. Also, too, no, I'm not a big breakfast person. The other girls had breakfast sandwiches. One was on a croissant, one was on the sourdough. And those looked very good as well. I would highly recommend coming here. Also, too, I got 2 coffees. I asked for a honey almond latte, like, you know, at the Disney Resort, so you guys know I love so much, and I have at home. And this one was a little bit different. I got more notes of lavender than I got almond, but still very good. But just as a walking around cup of coffee, I don't know if I would do that. But then I tried some of the other girls. The other girls got a caramel iced latte, and it was so good. So that's actually what I'm drinking now. Highly recommend. The coffee is great. There is a Starbucks across the street, and 2, there was a Dunkin' right down the road as well. I really liked it because it was very close to the hotel and then the park. So our plan is now that we're going to go and walk through the park a little bit while it's still nice. It's a little gloomy outside, but the weather is beautiful. And then there's a couple other trolley stops that are over there too. But we're going to kind of start the Freedom Trail and walk on, and then we can jump on to our first trolley stop. So don't worry, I'll bring you guys along with everything. But so far so good. And it's, you guys, the food in this city, they always say it's so good, but it is above and beyond amazing. So just for price reference too, I told you guys I'd be more fluent and give you guys better ideas on prices on things. So we paid $30 because we used Old Town trolleys for our trolley system. And you guys, don't worry, I will have everything linked down below, what we did, the services that we used, everything will be in that info box. But we did get an $8 discount, or about an $8 discount for our tour that we just did for the Boston Tea Party. Listen, that was cool. That was really, really cool. It was very Disney history quality. If that makes any sense, if you guys are Disney people at all, you guys will understand the really cool reenactments and the storytelling and how lifelike everything was, and the crew and cast was absolutely amazing. I would definitely recommend it. Now I understand if you have a family of 4 or 6, a larger group that everybody's having to pay for, it does add up. However, this was a really, really cool one, and you guys look at the location. It's absolutely amazing. So we're about to go jump on the trolley again. Our trolley's just pulling up. The trolleys are a little busier because it is kind of a gloomier, rainy day. So I think people are staying on for a little bit longer too. We have been lucky though, and we were even all able to sit together. The trolleys though are going. There's still quite a bit. So I'm not too worried if we have to wait a little bit longer. It's absolutely no problem. And we're right next to the Children's Museum. It's right on the other side here, but hold on, we're gonna cross the street. But the great thing with that is that there's lots of trolleys. They have a lot of trolleys that are out today. So if you're not able to get on the first one that pops up, there's typically one shortly after. So we're at stop number 14, and we're gonna go to stop number 1, which is gonna be the Quincy Market area. We're not too hungry. It is about 12:35, so we're a little hungry. We could munch on something, but we've been snacking and munching all throughout the day. So I don't think we need too much to eat, but there's tons of really good food. There's tons of shopping. I'm really excited to see other things. Even the gift shop that was at the museum there was very, very cool. Some of their prices were a little high, but to be honest, I think they're pretty fair. The stuff is really good quality and very, very nice. We got into a little bit of shenanigans. The Christmas store, you guys, was actually awesome. They had beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. I did get an ornament, of course, and then I looked at some of their Raz and Kurt Adler stuff. They even had the Raz elves. They were beautiful stuff. And then I broke an ornament, and they were so nice about it. I would highly recommend them. And just for reference, this is Quincy Hall, and then this is kind of the street next to it, and all of these shops are absolutely fantastic. We did grab a couple things there. I will tell you too, I got a sweatshirt, a very nice, like really nice quality sweatshirt. It was about $65, which it is pricey, but if you guys know me, if you've seen my closet, you guys know I love me a sweatshirt, a crew neck sweatshirt. So I had to pick them up. I got little treasures for the kids as well. stuff, little magnets and stuff like that that are staples. I figured this would be a really easy place to find stuff, and we did. We found really, really good stuff. So we're gonna jump back on the trolley. I think we're gonna go just to the next stop, which I can't quite remember, but you guys will see here in a second. But yeah, the weather is kind of cleared up. It stopped raining. It's a little muggier, but still a really, really nice day. This food is absolutely amazing. I am having my first blow of chowder. It is so creamy and delicious. I got the perfect size, so I would say this is a cup. It's the perfect size because it is very heavy and dense, but it is very good. A lot of the girls got a good little variety of things. Leslie and I are actually sharing a whole lobster together. We also got the crab cakes, which I'm gonna try too. I'll tell you guys here at the end. But I've just tried my chowder and it is so good. To be honest, I've never had chowder, but it's not fishy. It's very creamy. It's very balanced. I love it. I did also request a cup of lemons to try and add that citrusness, but it tastes very, very fresh. Leslie's so sweet. She's like, you need to show this. Look at how big this is. This is the medium. This is the medium size. Okay, so I think for price restaurants, it's about $60, but this is beautiful, beautiful. I'll be trying that here in a second, and it looks so good. Look at the cloth, you guys. So beautiful and good. I'm sure you guys saw it earlier, but it is just, it's dense. So I'm very excited. She knows how to try all the things. Listen, I've told you guys about Leslie before. She is an influencer on me of all the food things because she knows exactly what to order. I just tried the crab cake. It is very good. It is very heavily meaty. So I normally am used to more of a shell on a crab cake. This has more of a softer shell. And it's more like dense meat, but it is very, very good. Of course, not fishy at all. Beautifully done, but it has a softer outside and more tender filled with meat on the inside. The tartar sauce is also very good too. I do enjoy it, but yeah, you can see it's just kind of a more softer inside, but it is very good. Oh my god, so good though. It is so good. I feel we are like all back at what was the restaurant that we ate at Riviera? I'm having a brain fart.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Topolino's?
You know.
Topolino's. I feel like we're having a Topolino's moment right now.
That right there.
So beautiful. Amber ordered the cod and fish, or the fish and chips. So good. So good, you guys. I'm even trying it without any tartar.
The tartar is so good.
The tartar is good. No, I had some of the crab cake. It's really well done. Again, very lightly battered, very thin. Has a nice little crunch though on some bigger pieces. It is very, very good.
Thank you for sharing with me.
No, thank you.
This, but
yes.
There's no way.
Well, because I wanted it too, but I'm like, I don't know if I can even like break it open in that. I'm so happy we shared because Leslie is doing all of the work and I'm reaping the rewards here. Look at this beautiful claw, you guys. It is amazing. Like literally all of this is meat. Dip it in a bit of butter. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna try the shrimp. This is my first time really trying the tartar sauce. Very good tartar sauce. Very good tartar sauce.
Like one of the best tartar sauces.
Yeah. I don't know if you can hear us. We're raving about the food. Very good. 10 out of 10 recommend. I absolutely love it. I will say the chowder I'm really loving. The lobster tail I am loving. If you are a person that loves lobster, definitely recommend. If you are not, we're a hot mess. And we are not. I don't know if I would spend the money on that because the shrimp, you guys, is just as good. It is very, very good. Very meaty. I don't know a different way to explain that. Like I said, you guys, I would definitely recommend. It is very, very good. The quality, like I said, like even just, like look at this little bit, like it's very well done. The flavor is very good. If you're coming here at all, you need to try the seafood. Like I said, even if you're just like a shrimp person, the shrimp is very, very good. I would definitely recommend, but this is definitely one of the top places. Like I knew that I wanted to come here in Boston. I hope you're having such a good day. We are having a very, very chill day. It has been really fun. We are actually already here in Salem. We got here a couple hours ago and decided to go for lunch at the big tavern. I believe our Village Tavern. It was so good. I didn't show it because we've just been kind of hanging out off camera for a little while today and just kind of enjoying each other's company. But we're going to go ahead and jump on the trolley here in a little bit. I still need to go ahead and film a room tour for you guys. There's been a little bit of confusion with the hotel, but we're getting it all worked out great. But we're going to kind of get our basis, kind of get our bearings around the city, and the trolley will actually take us around and kind of show us a lot of really good spots. So just another option if you guys are not doing a big tour or anything like that, going on something like a trolley ride where you get in a lot of ground in a short period of time might be a great option. Officially checked in. We are staying at the Hawthorne Hotel, and there was a little bit of confusion when we got here. They accidentally gave us the wrong room when it was booked. This is a very unique situation in how you book your hotel. It's a very extra step process, so there's always room for error. So that is one thing I will say. Staying here, make sure you are looking every detail on your confirmations to make sure you're getting the right rooms in that, because there was a little bit of miscommunication, but they totally made it right. So I'm very happy with that. So just for reference, we're staying on the 4th floor. Our first room was on the 6th. There was a sweet little family that was so
surprised that we were going off of the 6th floor, but our view is better. But I guess the 6th floor is the most haunted floor. And if you guys know me, I'm not a haunted girly. 2 of the other girls are. Leslie and I are not. We are creepy cute. The other girls, Amber and Serena, they love a scary situation. So we are gonna be staying, the 4 of us girls here in this room. There's 2 queen beds. There is a TV. The lighting is really good. So 2, we're facing more of the park. I'll show you guys the view here in a second. And 2, I don't know if this is a normal situation, but it does look like we have a little fridge. So, and our last room did not. Our last room, you're actually gonna see on our last day here in Salem, we're gonna go move back to that room, or a room of that standard. You know, it will only have 1 bathroom, but it had a big living area. I should have filmed it for you guys, but you guys will see it in a different day. But like I said, it's gonna have the 2 queen beds, and we've already laid in the other beds and everything because we were really tired when we got here. There's extra towels. The pillows are great. The linens are great. It has like a damask cover on it too. It's very, very nice. I believe this is going to be bathroom number 1. The bathrooms are small, so that's why it was very important for us to have 2 bathrooms. And it is very nice, very clean, very fresh. It doesn't have an old scent at all. Nice little amenities here. It has a nice full tub and shower. And then also too, it has the toilet. So like I said, they're very, very small. You can see that like for scale, like the distance between here is very small, but it's very nice. More linens in here, even a towel hook, which is great. The details are very nice. Like I will say, very, very nice. Excuse me. And then this is like a tiny little corner closet. This will maybe fit 1 suitcase and some clothes on top, and then definitely like a bag above there. And then it has like another dresser for storage. Again, I'll show you the view here in a little bit. Big TV, has 2 chairs. These are our drinks. It does have a notepad in that here too. And then the fridge. Let's take a look at this, because like I said, this was not in the other room. It would be much better too if they had it like placed up there. I mean, it's kind of odd it's sitting on the floor, but it's nice. And then there is the really nice mirror here. And then this is going to be the closet. This is going to be a little bigger closet for sure. I would definitely say 2 full-size suitcases could stay here. There's hangers, the luggage racks, and then your ironing boards and that, and your iron are all in here. And then this is the 2nd bathroom. So this is what makes it so helpful, is that they both have tubs. If you're coming with multiple people, if you're coming with adults, having 2 bathrooms, especially when they're this small, definitely worth it. But like, you really do have a unique situation of booking because things sell out so fast. They do have a blow dryer. We did bring a blow dryer because you never know on the flow. That one looks like it'll be fine, but we did bring one just in case. And then again, full tub, some amenities in here, but very nice, very clean. You are staying in a very old hotel, so you're very much paying for location, history, haunts, if that is your thing, but very, very nice. There are 2 big windows. And then if you look, I will put this street of what that street is, but it is right there. I'll show you guys too another day when it is not so bright, kind of glaring at the end of the day here. But there are tons of other, I don't know if you can see like the little tent in that here. Let's see if I can get it to focus a little better. There's like more tents. You're really in walking distance of so much of the town. So, and then 2, for reference, the Witch Museum is right there. Like you can kind of see the brick. I'll try and get it to focus a little bit. But right there with this white strip right here, that is the Witch Museum. So I really think this is a great hotel. The staff was great. We had, you know, like I said, a little bit of confusion, but very nice. They made it right. And you are going to get to see what a standard room is. I'm not sure what floor it's going to be. I'm not sure if it's going to be different than what we had, but I'll bring you guys along for the whole thing. All right, you guys are at kind of a funny angle here, but I'm trying to find with a decent lighting. I'm getting changed because we didn't end up going on the trolley tour. I feel like I have to fill you in on so much today. We didn't end up going on the trolley tour because it ended at 4. We didn't realize that. We are going to go on our walking tour. I'll give you guys more information about it when it's done. I won't be able to film too much of it, but I'm hoping I can show you kind of the things that I see, and then we'll talk about it after. But I'm putting on an extra layer because it is, like I said, it's going to be a little bit chillier tonight. It was about 70 degrees today. And it's just been such a chill day, like such a chill day. So that's needed. I am going to grab my jacket. I am going to wear this just to be a little cozier too. Everything is so comfortable. I'm loving it. And then I'm also just wearing it with some leggings and then tennis shoes. I did bring my comfy like tennis shoes, like sneakers to wear because I wanted to be extra comfortable because it is going to be a lot of walking over the next couple days. So I thought that would be easier. And again, I'm sorry, the lighting is not good because there's a bunch of lamps, but I, to be honest, don't know how to turn them all on. I think they're all individually and I gotta run out the door. All the girls are already downstairs. Let's go meet them. Let's go walk around Salem and have a really, really fun time. And I'm really excited to hear the history of it all. It's going so fun. This is a really cool place. Because I just think with the lighting, it's dark out, it's late. I want to be respectful of the girls because it is such a smaller room. I just think we're going to wrap it up in here. I want to kind of give you final thoughts of the night and some of the things that we did. It was very cool. I will definitely say the tour is very cool. I feel like we got little tidbits of all the things for Salem, if that makes sense. It didn't go strictly into the trials. It didn't go strictly to Hocus Pocus. It didn't go strictly into like the New England history, but it was just little morsels. And two, you guys know I don't do creepy. They did it perfectly in the sense that I think it was like 3 different hauntings and stuff like that they kind of talked about. But what I loved about it is that they told you like a fact. So like actual facts of different things and stories that have been recorded over time. So I thought that was really cool. It wasn't just like a hearsay situation. They really told you facts. We saw a ton of different groups. We saw a ton of different guides and that. It was very interesting how all of the guides were very different. So like the girls and I were talking, we enjoyed our guide. A lot of the other guides though were very theatrical. Ours was like a dad joke guy, which I appreciate because everybody has their own, but always know that is that every guide is very different. So they're going to kind of share the information and maybe reenact a little bit more or have it be more chill. It really depends on the guide. So I will say that we did use Witch City walking tours, I believe. They have a ton of different stuff. I also noticed some of the houses in history. They kind of touched a little bit more on historical landmarks, historic streets that really had nothing to do with the witches, but it was old architecture and design of these beautiful homes. We're gonna probably see that over like the next 2 days. I'll show you guys a lot of that because that was my jam. Like I loved that. Seeing all of the history for the houses and it was nighttime too. I'm not saying it like this. If you don't like it, close your curtains and you won't have this issue. Being able to look inside the homes and just see the warmth and the color and how they have decorated it around these pieces, and they're, you know, historical homes. They're, I can't think of what it's called, but it's where they're acknowledged they're historical homes. They are a part of a society. It's very cool. Very, very, very cool. We did stop and get something to eat because I was a little hungry later. Our feeding schedule has been a little off. So I will say at 9 o'clock, it's like last call. Like, you better find something to eat before then, because we noticed like the Village Tavern that we went for lunch turned into like a nightclub. So it was very different. You can tell after dark, after nighttime, when things get to be a little bit later, things kind of transition from bar, you know, chilling situation, even on the patio, and you can get less food. So kind of know that. I, all in all, really enjoyed the day. I think today was a perfect start for Salem. I'm excited to just walk around. I will say that 2 hours of walking around, I was not uncomfortable. I am a person that can be walking on my feet all day and it doesn't bother me, but most of the people were wearing like good, comfortable tennis shoes, very comfortable clothes. Today was not a glam day at all. Today was a recover from yesterday because we had so much fun and we walked around and we did a lot. But also too, we're about to jump into a whole nother marathon because we plan on doing so much tomorrow in the next 2 days, which of course I will bring you guys along. But that is going to be it for tonight. Good morning, you guys. We just picked up our Dunkin', had an amazing breakfast at this sweet, sweet little like breakfast and lunch shop right downtown. So good, so good. I can't think of a name of it, but you guys saw it a second ago. It was very, very good. It was just the classics, but it was well done and made very fresh. Good quality, good flavor, 10 out of 10 recommend. There was a little bit of a line, but the line went really fast. Got our fresh coffees ready to go. I need to go back and grab my camera. I forgot my camera in the hotel. So for a little bit, we're just gonna film on our phone. We're gonna go jump on the trolley here. The trolley is gonna be busier today, so we're gonna try and do it earlier in the morning before we kind of get to the town too full. As you can kind of see, it's a Saturday, so it is gonna be a little bit busier, but it's really, really a nice day. So I'll bring you guys along. I'll share all the things, tell you what's worth it, what's not, tell you about all the feedings, but I'm gonna enjoy my coffee and wait till we get picked up by the trolley.
So we just stopped back at our hotel after the trolley ride. I want to give you guys a little bit of the basic information for what I got. For one, another perk staying at the Hawthorne. Also, it's very central, as I've said before. If you're a guest here, you can come in and get free water. So I will say the waters aren't super expensive, but it's again another line, another step. And almost liked that we're here, that the girls are like upstairs going to the bathroom, grabbing phone chargers, if you need to change shoes, grab a sweater, jacket, whatever, it's right here. Also to note staying here is that there's a lot of people that want to come to this location and see the hotel, the history, it's very historic. I'm not going to go into details on the history that I've learned because of the fact that I feel that's been a really cool experience for myself being here and learning all the history. So I kind of want the same for you guys. So what's cool, like I said, is you can come here, it's central, go grab a water. It's free for us, hotel guests. But what makes it so easy is that when you need a break from all the people, there's a ton of people surrounded by me right now, but you still get a break from walking through the crowd. So that's kind of nice. The trolley tour was, I believe, if I misspeak at all, I always have that information on the screen here, but it was about $25. We got in line at 11 o'clock. We waited for about an hour. They did not anticipate for today to be as busy. They kept saying, it's not supposed to be this busy today. And today's kind of the kickoff, though, for the haunted happenings, the festival, the things going on. And now everything is kind of open for the season. So even though October 1 is typically like the starting point, today is like the first official, the season has started. We're pre-gaming, if that makes sense. Pre-season, but it's all still happening, so that's kind of cool. The trolley was amazing in the sense that we learned a little bit of duplicate history, but everybody puts their own little twist on it, which I thought was kind of cool. But then also too, we went all over town. We went to the next town, and I don't know if you guys saw and really noticed how much water we got to see and how much time we got to spend there. That is not a normal thing. So kind of keep that in note. I'm not going to give too many details because he says it very rarely gets to happen, but if your trolley's ahead of schedule, you get some really cool perks. So, but he says, they even say, do not put this on TripAdvisor, don't leave this in the reviews, don't put this information out there because it rarely gets to happen, but it can happen. So kind of keep that in note. It was beautiful, the weather is beautiful, and getting to have some extra time to go and see the lighthouse, it's right by like the Waikiki Beach is what they call it. It was very cool. Very, very cool. Like I said, the history, and two, it brought us all over. It brought us to all the great locations and things I would have never, walking around, we would have never been able to see. So kind of keep that in mind. They also gave us restaurant recommendations. They told us some history about different tours and stuff like that at different houses and different locations. So that was really cool. That was worth every bit of the $25. And two, if you're not a walker, if you have, mobility issues of any kind, a tour like that is kind of amazing because we went way farther in that 1 hour just because we got to sit back and relax on the trolley, and everything was being brought to us. The other thing too to note is that the trolley is enclosed, so it's basically two per side, 2 seats per side, and then each trolley holds about 30 people. And we looked at all the different names because they said don't walk off, you kind of have to just sit and wait in line after you got your ticket, and the line was pretty busy and pretty long. However, sometimes 3 trolleys could show up at once. It might be just one at a time, so you kind of know, but kind of know that going into it, grab a coffee, grab a snack, make sure you might need to utilize that time before you get in line to go to the bathroom. If you're getting close, have snacks with you, because you can wait for a little while there. And I was getting a little antsy, like, is it really going to be that good? Worth every bit. Worth every bit. So getting to hear that is kind of awesome. I think we're going to go to the haunted happenings next and kind of walk around, look at the shops. People are also selling like antique goods and stuff like that I saw outside of their houses. So you guys know me, I'm a thrifty girly. I love that. So I'm excited to go check that out. So I think we're going to go there. I'll show you guys some of the things. Some of the stores, a lot of the stores, and I'm guessing for some of the stands, I'm not going to be able to show you too much. They've requested, you know, and they have signs, no filming, no pictures, and I think that's kind of to save their own ideas, but also too to keep the magic, right? People come here and they want to see other things. They don't want to like deter people from not coming here or to go to certain places. They want everybody to come and have a good time, but be respectful of what they would like and dislike. So kind of keep that in mind. But yeah, it's great too because the Haunted Happenings is literally right next door. It's in Salem Commons, and it's a big area. There's quite a bit of tents. There's live music, there's snacks, there's food, stuff like that. So we knew we were going to be over there before we kind of move on to probably lunch or something after. So that's why we want to just take a moment, grab phone chargers, you know, grab a bottle of water, you know, change your clothes, do whatever you might need. It's a perfect time for it. But very, very cool. Like I said, for someone who has never kind of learned the history of the Salem witch trials, I'm going into it nothing, and I am absorbing so much. But it's really cool how everybody has like their own twist, their own stories. That was another cool thing about the trolley ride, is that our driver and our historian maybe were able to tell us different things. So they both kind of like, well, my aunt or my brother had this situation happen, and they had a really cool story that you're only going to get with your own driver or your own tour guide. So kind of keep that in note, that even if you want to kind of do it again and you get different people, you're going to have a totally different experience. I want to show you guys over here too. So this is kind of for like guests to come. There's different cider that they have provide for us, and then water, and it's a grab and go situation. I don't think it's just for resort guests. You know, I feel when you have it open like this, and for reference, it's the doors are to come into the building are here and here, and then this is one of the restaurants. But it's nice to have. Is it good? Yeah, the girls say it's very good. Oh, and it's warm. Oh, so refreshing. So good. It's kind of a late lunch, pretty early to dinner. It's about 4 o'clock and we're just wrapping up, but those tacos were absolutely amazing. I will say the French dip or whatever that one was, the specialty taco of the month, it was so good. So we are gonna start walking to Max and Danny's house on the water. It's about a 25-minute walk from where we are. We need to grab a snack. You guys know my golden rule. We need to grab a snack before I go and do a little jaunt. So I want to go back to the ice cream place, which is right by Town Hall. They had this homemade sorbet. You guys saw it in yesterday's video. But it was amazing and just super refreshing. Oh my God, I loved it. It was the best ice cream sorbet I've ever had. So we're gonna grab that. A single scoop is gonna be perfect. But we wanna kinda get there because it's getting to be closer to the end of the night. We wanna make sure it's nice and bright for both ways back. And like I said, it's about a 25-minute walk from where we are at the restaurant now. So bring yours with. Let me know what the flavors and you saw, what you would order, because even too, there's an apple crisp that looks really good as well. This is the best little thing that I've had in Salem. It's all the food and everything has been good. This entire trip, everything has been perfect. I would not change a thing. But again, if I'm gonna have a 25-minute walk, I need a really good snack, and this hits. So this is the small. I think it's like $6.50 or something for the small, and you get a lot in here, very shareable. They also have a pixie, and that's a perfect size too for like a single scoop situation, and maybe even a little bit more than a single scoop. So if you wanna try, they have samples and toppings. But the sorbet is my favorite. Good morning, one. I hope you guys are having such a good day. We've already started off so well today. We had breakfast at Red's and it was absolutely fantastic. It's the same place, if you guys didn't see yesterday's video, it was the same place that we went to yesterday. But today I had a veggie omelet and I added ham. One of the other girls had ham and it looked very good. I love a pork, a meat, a ham situation. And so I had the veggie omelet and then I added cheese, or I added ham. It was
fantastic. It was probably the best omelet I've ever had. We have walked around the city a little bit this morning, kind of strolled around. It kind of seems that everything opens on a Sunday as of today, that everything kind of opens around noon. We had our first scheduled tour here at the beautiful Seven Gables. I'm kind of in the courtyard garden area just outside. Our tour is going to start here in a few minutes. This is something that everybody says is 100% worth it, and it is a guided tour. You can already tell it is beautifully done, has tons of information, so I will share all of that along the way. To be honest, I can't remember if this is one of the locations where I can film or not, but if I can't film, I will share all of the details, everything I can, thoughts on it afterwards. But I'm excited to meet the guide, get everything started, and then kind of walk around the grounds and see everything, because it's beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see all the gardens here. There's different areas, even back behind me over here, and it's right on the water. So that's something that people don't realize when they come here, is that it is right on the water. So it makes it even more beautiful, and you can even just smell the ocean air. It's amazing. This probably is one of my favorite things. So we just finished the museum and the candy shop because they were literally across the street from each other, so it was just perfect timing for us to go and do that. We never had coffee this morning, so we were dying, and we saw Jawho's here, and you guys, it's actually very good. I've been struggling to find a good cup of coffee the entire trip. Even the girls have said the same thing. There's all these really cute, niche-y, boutique-y style coffee shops that are all over town that look so fun. A lot of them are packed. This one is a little bit down farther than, like, I don't know, like Boston Common, Essex Street. It's just a little off the beaten path, and it's actually really, really good. So I'm really thankful. I didn't order anything until the girls tried it, because I'm like, nope, I'm going to Starbucks today. I even tried Dunkin' the other day, and it was not good. So, but we tried this, and it was great. I just got a caramel latte. They had a ton of really good specialty and unique. They're all a little on the sweeter side, for sure. So I had mine be less sweet, and I just got an iced caramel latte. It's very good. Still a little too sweet for me, but I do genuinely like a sweet coffee, but it's like candy sweets. But it was really good. A little bit about the museum. It was fantastic. Anything that I can tell you is like a number one recommendation when coming to these things, any kind of historical place that you're going to and you're wanting to kind of learn the history, definitely do things that are guided, you know, that you can actually be hearing from a guide, because the way that they present all of the information is kind of what makes it. It kind of amps up any information that they give you, anything about the history of the location, and it brings in so many personal details. I would highly recommend it if you're coming here. Even our like walking tour guide, he's a high school teacher here in Salem. Both of our other two guides that we've had have both been high school teachers here in Salem, and you can tell they're just really passionate about it, and they absolutely love it. And this is something that they say 10 out of 10 recommend definitely do here. So it's kind of cool. We also did, I don't know if you guys saw earlier, but we went to the witch trials kind of memorial, where all the benches for the witches, you know, or non-witches for the witch trials. It was pretty amazing. It was really cool. We saw it at night. That's actually where our tour ended, and then we were able to pick it up again this morning and kind of see it. You can go into the cemetery, but you need to have a reservation. But really, really cool. We are going to drop off our candies now, and then I think we have our new room. I'll get you guys that room tour here next. It's like almost every other video you guys are getting a room tour. We'll get you a room tour, and then we will we're going to drop off our things and then go do a little bit more shopping. I kind of want to go and see some more of the historic houses. We also stopped at a cheese shop yesterday, which was amazing, and they ship. So I already told the girls for our Christmas vacation this year at my house, I picked 3 different cheeses that I'm going to have them shipped to the house, and I'll make us a charcuterie board. But it was great. We have another
like double tour. It's a trolley tour and then like a show tour that we have tonight at 6:30. So we're gonna do an early dinner. It's about 2 o'clock right now, so we're not quite hungry, but we need to get a little something a little bit more than coffee to hold us over till about 5 o'clock, if that kind of makes sense, because we need to grab dinner at peak time and then also have enough time to get to our first stop. So we're gonna kind of wrap everything up for the day, but I think we are gonna go grab some cheese, get a snack, and just kind of enjoy like our last day here. It's our last full day here in Salem, and it's just the weather is beautiful, the people are great, and it, like I said, it's a Sunday. It's much quieter today, and it is a huge difference. So I'll show you guys the cheese shop though, because and I'll show you exactly what I get and my things. Even when we do it this Christmas, I'll make it with you guys here on the channel, because I've never had cheese like this, like ever. And it's, I mean, I feel like I'm half Egyptian, so I've got to have different style of cheeses. Like my dad is really big into European cheeses and soft cheeses and firm cheeses. But then also my stepdad, you know, is very big into food. He was a chef, you know, it's his big thing. So I've been really lucky to try a lot of different things, but this knocks anything I've ever had in my life out of the park. It was amazing. So I'll show you guys that. I'll show you what we get for a little snack. They have some, I think like a baguette that you can get too. It's amazing. But we're gonna, I think like I said, drop off our stuff. I'll get you guys a room tour and then kind of head back into town. All right, it is room tour time. For reference, this is room 408. I want to give you guys a disclaimer here first. I don't want to show you the room quite yet. We had a little bit of a situation and a little bit of confusion with our reservation. We were supposed to be having a 2-bedroom or 2-bathroom room. The reservation got a little messed up. The hotel did a good job of accommodating. If you're curious of what the whole situation was, I kind of talked about it more in the first video of day 1 here in Salem. But what they had to do is on our last night, move us to a different room. We could have stayed in the other room the entire time, but having 2 bathrooms was a big deal for us. And for you guys, because I wanted to be able to share that. So our last night tonight, we had to check out this morning to go into a new room. And I know this is weird that you're just staring at the floor, but the reason why is because our last night we agreed to then go ahead and move back to a normal room, normal 1-bathroom room. I wish I would have seen that room or given you guys a tour of that room, because if I can find pictures in that, I'll put it here on the screen. If not, enjoy the carpet. But we were then going to have to go back to a 1-bathroom. This room should be a 1-bathroom. This is not a 1-bathroom. I think this is a handicap room, because we have a bathroom over here, 2 queen beds like standard. The other room had like a little mini living room, but we also have a 2nd bathroom over here. Okay, so this room, like I said, is a handicapped accessible room. So I'm noticing that with the light switches here on this side, the bed seems about the same height as what it was before. It does have 1 chair where the other room had 2 chairs. I will link all of the other vlogs down below, but it's very unique. This is a huge bathroom, massive bathroom. Again, this is handicap accessible though, so handicap bathrooms do need to accommodate that space. So we have a nice sink here and stuff like that. Even this counter space is way more. Having this, I kind of wish we had this room the whole time, because it's way bigger. And then we have the toilet. And then, like I said, just like the other room, we have the 2 queen beds. This overlooks, oh, this is a way prettier view too. I'll kind of show you guys. It's really pretty. So Essex Street, for reference, is right here. So I think this street is actually going to be a little bit quieter now, but really a pretty view. You can see the church. You can still have, you know, people coming into the city. Really nice. A lot of light. I think the light is actually better in here. But then it also has a dresser here, a desk. This room is, like I said, way better than the other room. And then we have another bathroom here. Very similar to like a cruise situation. There's no sink or anything, but it has the tub. It has a shower. This is great. Having the extra space in here is actually great, because even if people wanted to just get ready with the mirrors, you have that with the outlets. A little table would be fine here, but they can't have that for wheelchair accessible. And then even the mirror is lower. So we could actually bring this chair, and if you like to sit and get ready that way, you have that. But this is actually really unique. I think we got really lucky. More storage over here. And note, this is a much bigger closet. So I think we got upgraded. It's not an upgrade. This is what can happen with, I believe it's their standard style rooms, where it's just 1 bathroom, 2 queen beds. But let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think? They did move all of our luggage for us because of the
the confusion. The hotel's been really great about it. And of course, every hotel room, they've been giving us extra linens, but very unique view, very, very big. I think, like I said, this is actually a nicer room than our last room. Leslie and I are sitting here having some wonderful cheeses and crackers. The cheese shop was just getting ready to close, and we're like, you know what, we really, really want to go. We just kind of get caught up in the shops, in the streetmosphere, all the activities, all the houses. It's just so fun. But we're sitting back in the room, like right before we have to get going with our tour and that. And I'm just like, you know what, let's go. Or Leslie said, she's like, let's go grab some cheese. I'm like, yes, they were just getting ready to close. So look it's called the Aussie Magic. They also have fresh baguettes, but they were sold out for the day. So we just got some little olive oil crackers. It is amazing. We stopped here yesterday and did samples. It was so good. So if you want a little snacky situation, there's very little grab and go, quick service, food to go situations. This and like a really cool like vibey spot. We're right across the street from Red's where we had breakfast last few days. So good. out and I've already started to get cozy. We're gonna kind of wrap up the video. I'm gonna fill you guys in on everything that we went and did today. There was very few things that I could actually like film and share with you guys. So I tried to get as much as I possibly could, but it's really, really challenging because I wanna be respectful of their requests. Pictures are okay from what I'm understanding. There's a lot of pictures in that on different tours and trolleys and stuff like that that are okay, but they really just don't want the audio. It's the video audio that they really don't want. So I'm gonna go by their wishes. The trolley tour and the experience that we had tonight, I wouldn't recommend. If you're a big theatrical person, if you like theater a little bit more, like a little bit of fun play, but maybe a little scary. I don't know. It just wasn't my thing. I am also not a theater person at all. And it was very theatrical. There was no information, you know, I like a history portion, but I also went into it completely, I didn't read anything about it to be 100%. It was one of the things that we had signed up for. We kind of heard about it and stuff like that, and we're like, let's try it out. So, and it was kind of like a bundle type thing. So we got the show for like $10 when we signed up for the trolley. Also too, the trolley was essentially the same trolley and everything that we did on the first trolley ride. So I'll link that video, and like I said, the whole playlist and everything will be down below. Also, all the companies that I am talking about, the different trolley services, the different tours and stuff like that, that's literally everything you're gonna need to know specifically for going and booking your own stuff or referencing back is gonna be in that info box down below. Just hit the more info and it will pop down and literally give you links directly to the website that we book with. It was nice. The best thing about the trolley ride tonight is that it was a little cool at night perk, but our tour guides were just like 10 out of 10. Like they were above and beyond. We were all rolling on the floor laughing the entire time. It just literally gave us no information that we already had. If we didn't already do the daytime trolley, that'd be one thing because we would have heard that spiel, you know, and that bit of information. Where the trolley that we literally heard tonight, we went on pretty much the same path. We went and did a couple other places, but it was almost identical. The only thing that made a difference, it was like different guides and different jokes. And they were like heavily joking tonight and like being more playful and stuff like that. So that was kind of fun. The difference though too, where they said title wise, it was supposed to be more of like haunts and ghosts, you know, and there was the same haunts and ghosts that we had in the other trolley. So I don't know, for thought, and the reason why I say the daytime one I really think was better is because we got to actually enjoy, and I can almost guarantee you, unless it's like a blackout for some reason, to be able to enjoy seeing the water. The water was beautiful on the first trolley ride, and we actually got a beautiful sunset tonight. I was trying to like show that as much as I can with just like giving you guys like a sunset view and kind of, you know, cutting out all audio for that to where it's like, okay, I'm breaking in a little bit, but like you're getting nothing of the tour. I'm just showing you a sunset. That's basically all I kind of did. But I can't guarantee a beautiful sunset like that I got because I was on one side of the trolley. I couldn't get like a perfect shot. To me, it's just better if you go during the day because you can clearly see the water. And even if you're on the other side of the trolley, you can clearly see over and get a good picture and stuff like that. To me, it was just a little bit better. So that's just what I would recommend. Prices were about the same. Also, dinner was really good. It was more of a chainy type place. It didn't feel as mom and pop, but it was good. All in all, it was, you know, it was a meal. It wasn't as good as half of the stuff that we've been eating on this trip, but it was fine. It was definitely fine. The food was fresh. It was a warm place to eat. Had a really good, you know, atmosphere, street atmosphere. I did. It was fine. But yeah, all in all, it was great. Final reviews on the resort or on the hotel. You're literally, the only reason I would recommend staying here is because of the location. The history and the hotel itself is beautiful. I will say having like the little cider and a restaurant here and stuff like that, that is a very good perk too. But 100% would really recommend this. If you plan on being, you know, Essex Street, if you want to be in on the fun, just like quick steps away, save on your steps, not having to take, you know, cabs and stuff like that and cars over wherever you need to go, or to definitely save on steps or not have to use public restrooms, because in October that is a problem because it is the porta potties, and the porta potties are like overused from what we understand. We didn't experience any of that, but having it to like shopping, drop off our luggage and that was a game changer. But it was a really, really fun trip. I'm probably not gonna be filming tomorrow, so this is gonna be our last video. I'm gonna be ending it here soon. We're gonna wash our face together. It was a really good trip. I will definitely say the food was absolutely awesome. I loved all the places. To be, you know, the one thing I will say here is it has a ton of really cool coffee shops. I didn't try all of the coffee shops, so we've tried, you know, just a couple. There is a Dunkin'. The Dunkin' I didn't even enjoy, to be honest. It wasn't the Dunkin' as good of a Dunkin' as I had back home. But at the same time, you're also in an area to where it has tons of people. It's like so crowded. It really wasn't that bad. But when you're in an area that is just pumping out product nonstop, that's gonna be really difficult, and that's gonna come through literally on everything, including a cup of coffee. We are gonna stop at Starbucks tomorrow, so I'll tell you on a different video, or even just put it on the screen here if it was better. If it wasn't any better, it tasted like a normal Starbucks, you know, I'll put that a little bit of information on here, but I'm anticipating it to be even a little less than a normal Starbucks because like I said, everything is just getting pumped out. It's a lot on everybody. And things just taste different when you're away from home. So kind of take that into consideration. But all in all, super fun trip. I really enjoyed it. I do think that at some point, my kids may want to come back here, to be honest. I think that's going to be the only reason why I come back to Salem. Because honestly, we were really lucky and the girls really figured out the right places to go, the right places to eat, the right places to experience. I don't feel like I missed anything. There is definitely some architecture here in some of the houses and that. I can't remember what it's called, but I'll put it on the screen here again. It's a lot to try and remember everything, and I already have a hard time with remembering names, so that's why you're probably seeing me say I'm not here or I'm not remembering things, but the info is definitely there for you, like I said, down in that info box, and I'll try and put things here on the screen for you. But it was really cool. There's they have, you can tell like they have a lot of standards in that with those houses. They have I feel like we were talking like they probably have to or would want them to decorate a certain way, you know, definitely play up for the fun for the people that come here and that, because it was just the coolest vibe. Like, that's not the right way. It's like, it was just like the coolest, like old houses. They were over by the Ropes Mansion. It was just like this whole area that they really played up like the Victorian, you know, theme and the era of these homes. And you could even tell, like looking in, they were just absolutely beautiful, like absolutely beautiful. That's probably one of my favorite things that I got to see is just all the old Victorian homes here because it was beautiful. But also note too, fun fact, a lot of these houses have been saved from being torn down and they've been brought in and relocated to different areas. So that's kind of part of the history things that you find on these trips is they tell you little bits and pieces, because I would have never thought, I thought these homes would have just been here this entire time and it's just been different. But really, really cool. I'm sure we'll talk about it again in another day, but I'm gonna end the video and go relax for the night. Enjoy, soak up this last bit of time I have with my friends before we head home tomorrow. We have a late flight out, I think at like, well, later than what I normally do, 5 o'clock tomorrow or so we fly back home. But it was a really fun time. I hope you enjoyed it. We will be coming back to Boston though, for sure. I have a lot of things that I still want to see in Boston. There's a lot we didn't get to. There's so much to explore that's like up my alley that I definitely want to go see. I want to go see Martha's Vineyard, Cape Cod, Nantucket, Newport, Rhode Island. Like there's so much over here that even just like on the water that I want to see. I want to go over to Harvard. There's a couple things that we just missed. It just didn't work out. So I'm really excited to like come back and redo this again. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna finish washing my face. We will see you in the next video back at home. Also too, I'll share in like my next video, which I'll also link down below, of all the things that I bought here in Salem and in Boston, just my little fun goodies. I don't know if I'll do like a whole separate video for that, but I feel like I got some really cute things, some really unique and specific things, especially here in Salem. There's one item in particular that I absolutely loved. I feel like in Boston I got something that I'm obsessed with, and then in Salem I picked something out that I'm obsessed with. So that'll be really fun. But thank you so much for watching the videos. Thank you for enjoying the series. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor and give it a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Hit the subscribe, turn the notification on, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.